Okay, let's talk. I own a company at a fairly young age, so in my 20s, I do more than the average 30-year-old, period. The only exception, I do not have kids. But for the rest of that, my stress levels in general are so insanely high, and I can manage to live good. I have enough time for my health, I have enough time for my loved ones, for my inner circle, for my work, and sometimes for personal time. And how do I do that? Basically, with this one simple, or the most important stress technique that I developed over time. And basically, this technique is made up by three core rules. If you want to do something, or if you want to manage stress, you need to recognize what is stressing you. And Jeff Bezos has this fantastic quote, and he said, "You are stressed about the thing, or you are stressed about not having control over something you could have." So basically, what he means is that you only are stressed because of your current situation, that you don't take the right action. It is not that you take no action, but it's that you take the wrong action. So, for example, because this can go in two ways, you know. For example, you work a mini job, but you earn, I don't know, $400 a month, but you have to pay rent 1K, and the rest of your life you fried your dopaminergic system, so you doom scroll, you video game, and you can't physically and mentally work on your own and earn the extra money. And now you have stress because you need to pay the rent. The problem is that you don't do the right thing and you take no action over something you could have control over. You can remove the dopaminergic frying things. You can work for more money, you can work more. But the problem is, it hurts most of the people, and most of the people start coping when you talk about this topic, because they say, "Oh yeah, you don't know what my life is," and I don't know what your life is, but I know what my life is. I know that it's far more stressful than 99% of the people's life, and I love it. I do love it, but if someone tells me that he has a stressful life and doesn't know how to manage it, then I just ask one question: what are you stressed about? And then usually something comes, "Oh yeah, with the kids." And then the only thing you can control, that is the point I want to make, Jeff Bezos said, is your time and your energy. So where you spend your time and your energy in is the only thing that you can control and shift toward to lower stress. Sorry, no bubblegum. Yeah, that is it. You need to know what you are stressed about. And sometimes it is, "Oh, I'm stressed about the kids," but you aren't actually stressed about the kids. You are actually stressed about not having enough time for the kids, or not calming down, or having time to go to the gym to calm down, to feel less stress physically, because you have to travel, I don't know, 30 extra minutes to go to work. Therefore, you waste 1 hour, travel to the work, travel back to the work, 1 hour that you could effectively spend on something else, like going to the gym, eating healthy, prepping your food, and then external stresses like your kids are burning you. And I found out that you have two core things that cause stress: internal and external stress. And you have something like a shield. You can build a shield to block all the external stress, because there are some people who can work insane under huge amount of stress. Think about pro athletes at, for example, NFL athlete at Super Bowl, a kicker. He needs to kick the match winning kick, okay? Field goal. When he doesn't, his team lose. When he does, the team wins. I don't know how many billion people are watching you live. And if you fail, you are a failure, you lose your job, you lose everything, and literally everything in your life depends on this situation. This is huge pain. And these people are able to do so, or are more capable of doing so. And the only reason why they are is because they have a shield. They build their inner shield. And their shield is basically proper diet, proper sleep, proper hormone management. And hormone management is nothing fancy. It's just sleeping enough, sleeping properly. And there are thousands of YouTube videos out there who tell you how to sleep properly. Eating properly, not this carnivore and paleo, eating healthy, enough carbs, enough healthy fats, enough protein, enough micronutrients, some fiber, enough fiber, some minerals, maybe some supplements that can promote you with helping stress. But the core foundation is helping your body to not be stressed by themselves. Because if you don't eat properly, if you don't sleep properly, if you don't do something like exercising, which actually helps you with building a pain tolerance, then what happens is that you build stress from yourself and have the external stress as addition. For example, I'm in perfect health. I have perfect blood work. I eat clean. I, sleep enough. I have everything clean. That means my internal stress is zero. The only stress that I make is the internal, not the physical stress, the psychological stress of, oh, I need to achieve that and I need to do that and I need to do that. But that thing, by the way, can be completely defeated by taking action. When you think about, oh, I need to be successful, whenever I think about this, I wake up, I go up, whatever time it is, go to my MacBook and do the thing that matters the most for the work right now. If it is talking to a client, if it is creating a new content piece, if it is creating something with the product, if it is something new, something important. Whenever I have the thought, I take action because immediately after that, I feel less stressed. Sometimes you might feel stressed when you don't do the action. And that is not sometimes, it's most of the times. I told you in the beginning of these two ways, and I only described you the one way. The one way with let's firstly finish the external stress. Because now what you have is when you have no inner stress, the external stress can come up. I know that is a very, very, profound, very abstract video. But the core understanding is simply be healthy, and whenever you have an internal negative thought or internal thought that you need to work or that you need to be successful or I need to earn money, then you take action towards this. And for example, with the money, I don't know who you are, I don't know where you live, I don't know your current life situation, but this can be something like, with the example with the woman, maybe you ask your boss to take home office. If he says no, maybe find a job with home office. And I guarantee you, the moment you start searching for it, the stress lowers. And when it doesn't lower, the moment some impact, some action actually triggers, like you find a new job, the stress lowers. And it's not because you take more action, because actually you take additional action. You have your normal job, you are stressed because of the kids, and then you take extra time to to search for a job. But the moment you find a new job, the new job, everything feels easier, and you have the emotional and external stress lowered. So, principled, basic understanding about stress. Whenever you feel stress, or first of all, foundation, exercise, do something for your body, keep it healthy on a longevity way. Proper nutrition is key. Not only micronutrients. Don't trust these carnivore dudes. Please please do something that is recommended from actual health advocates. And last but not least, sleep. Sleep enough, sleep properly, nail sleep. And then you have the foundation. Whenever you feel inner voice and you ever stress occurs, immediately take action towards your stress. And when you can't, write it down and schedule it. Okay? So for example, I have this. I don't know why I have this. Sometimes I have off days. Okay? Not off days, I have off late noons or evenings when I do something with my family, girlfriend, or friends, you know? And even though I scheduled this off day, when I do this, I have this feeling of, oh, I need to work. I can do this. Did I check this? Did I check that? And the feeling I feel is pure stress. Even though I worked 12 hours before that, I did everything I want to do today. I did not self-sabotage, and I actually did the things that matter to me. And I actually scheduled this thing. So it is not something like, oh, my work is uninterrupted and I have to go. Because then I feel really stressed because I know that I can't hit the goals. But once I have the thought and I schedule the actual thought I have in my calendar, maybe I can show this to you. Whenever I have some thoughts, schedule them inside my calendar. So maybe you can see this here. I have for tomorrow a couple of events upcoming, and these are all thoughts in my mind. And by the way, the calendar is not full because this is only my personal calendar. But anyways, and I schedule them for a specific time, and then the thought's gone. And then I use time and energy when the time is there and take the action. And taking the action, not procrastinating, because procrastination causes stress. Not doing the work causes the stress. Not actually doing the work. Normally you might think actually working is exhaustion. Actually working is causing you stress. But I feel that, or I actually track that. When I work, for example, not when I work on something like the video or the product, then I feel stressed. You can track this on O-ring, actually, your stress level. But when I work on my product, for example, I am in recovery mode. Even though I'm full focused, working 12 hours straight, watching my monitor and doing research, reviewing, and I don't know, being completely on nootropics, everything. By the way, it's not because of the nootropics, it is because I'm in the zone. And it's because I work on the thing that matters the most. So quintessence, get healthy, take action.